Whether you are married or not, read this and learn. Dad, can you loan me 500,000 naira? Kola asked his father. What for, son? His father asked. For my wedding. By our calculations, we are falling short meeting the cost. Kola had come to meet his parents with his fiance. Your wedding, how much is the total cost of the wedding? His father asked. 3.6 million naira. We have thinking of starting the committee next week. We can gather, we can together give about 800,000 and expect our friends to help us raise about 2 million. I remember you told me if ever I need help that I can come to you, Kola answered. His father held him by the shoulder and said, go get your wife and come meet me at my study room. Yes, daddy, Kola obliged. Minutes later, Kola and his fiancée, Tomilayo, walked into his father's study room. Having a good time, my daughter? Kola's father asked. Yes, I am. You and your wife are so hospitable. I pray that Kola and I can emulate your marriage. You are an admirable couple, answered Kola's fiancé. Thank you. I am delighted to have you as my daughter. What is your name? This is your home, so be free to come in anytime. You are welcome anytime, any day, Kola's father said. They sat down. Thank you, Dad. So I hear you want to spend 3.6 million naira for your wedding and you need me to help with 500,000, asked father. Yes, we will be grateful and appreciative, fiancé said. The wedding will be at the Total Garden Ibadan in about 6 months' time, Kola said. Well, why do you want to have a big wedding? Father answered. Father asked, well, it is our big day. She's always dreamt of a big wedding, Kola replied. Have you dreamt of a big wedding or a strong wedding? The father asked fiancé. When you put it that way, it is more of a strong marriage, she said. Good, you have answered wisely. So, who do you expect to come for your wedding? Asked the father. Friends and relatives, about 700 people, Kola answered. How many true friends do you really have? I mean friends who have been tried and tested to be there for you through thick and thin, asked the father. Kola and Tomilayo looked at each other, countable, and fiancé said, so, who are these other people who will come to your wedding? Asked the father. Silence. They both kept silence and quiet, never uttered any words. Okay, let's go to the relatives. I know you love your relatives, but how many are really close to you? Barely talk with the many relatives you have, said the father. What are you trying to say, Dad? Asked Kola. My son, my daughter, why do you want to spend 3.6 million naira on a wedding, a one-day event, yet you need the money in your marriage? Look, you are actually coming to ask me for money. You will form a committee to ask people for money. All I show off, all to show off and please people who will not even matter in your marriage. They kept silent. The father continued, let me share with you my experience. When I married your mother, we spent about 1 million for the wedding. That was a lot of money then. We fed people, got stressed by service providers just so that we can put up a wedding that will win the applause of a crowd. But as soon as we got married, The crowd disappeared. All the issues that your mother and I went through, no one cared. Even family could not do much. Everyone is busy living their lives the way they want. When things got tough, the crowd gossiped about us. Some even seemed happy that our marriage was in trouble. I have seen this script repeatedly and over. Brides get stressed on their wedding day. They can't even enjoy couples being angry at friends who don't support them financially. The worst part is starting marriage in debt or struggling financially. Do you know a wedding does not have to cost so much? It doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be full of people who perhaps will never talk to you again. Father added, but dad, what will you people think if we do not or we do a small wedding or we don't invite them? Asked the fiancé. Are you getting married for people? If you have a small wedding with only the witnesses who matters, will you two not be married? What is all your competitions of whom has a grand wedding for? People are competing on Facebook in weddings. Why they need to show off? You know that people you're about to blow in one day. You can use it to invest in your marriage. The money that you're about to waste on this wedding, after the wedding, when you do a little small wedding, you can use the remaining money to invest. Then you will never lack in the marriage. You can start the process of buying or building a home. You can save up for the needs of the children you will have because you need money to raise the family. Why not start your marriage financially healthy and not in debt? Marriage is what is more important than a wedding, continued the father. Dad, if you don't want to support us, it is okay, Kola said. The fiance stopped him saying, no, my love, dad has a point. I actually find the idea of a small wedding not just wise and economical, but also intimate. Marriage is just you and I, not people. The father spoke, my son, in all the years you have been a man, you have never come to me asking for money. But now you are asking for money to put up a show. I look further. I look at your marriage. I admire how people come together in a marriage committee to raise money, and I wonder what if couples and people use that same energy to put up a business that will uplift families. Those members who will be put off your wedding committee, imagine if they become your investors. If they become your investors, imagine if they build a community or company where you can take profit and feed your homes, something sustainable. Kola and his fiancée nodded. My son, I have longed for the day you would come and ask me to invest in your business idea. But today I will make the first move, the father said, taking his checkbook from his wardrobe. He wrote on the check, then gave it to the fiance. Yeah, my son, this is a check of 5 million naira, not for your wedding, but as a start-up capital for a business of your choice. I'm giving the check to your wife because, as the Proverb 31st woman said, she is to work with you in building an empire for your family. Focus on your family, give your family the best. Forget about the public and opinions of people who don't matter. Build a future for your family. Build your family on a foundation of surplus, not debts. Thank you so much, said the fiance. Kola stood up with tears in his eyes. His father stood up too. The father and son hugged each other. Thank you, Dad, for being a great future and figure and your counsel. I don't know what to say. You have challenged me not to merely get married, but to have a vision for my family. I don't know what to say. He spoke. The father heard his shoulder. You will make a great husband and father. I wish I had the same counsel when I was getting married. All those people I fed on my wedding day did not add value to my marriage. In fact, if I was to organize an event and feed multitudes, I would do so for the less fortunate and those in need. Wow, I love this story. Wow, this is a nice one at that, a touching one at that. That is it. This is an insightful article full of wisdom and knowledge. I thank I thank you, thank the father for the statements that you just made concerning getting married and not pleasing others to displease yourself. Look at what this couple are trying to do.